Oh boy. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. What a day. What a day indeed. We're going to wait till some people come in. Let me get this YouTube link out into the interwebs so the world can see. Hello, how's everybody doing? Hope you are doing well. Tick, tick, tick. Showcat, Owen. I love that you guys are first in here. That's lit, bro. All right. Can you guys tweet it? Yeah, put it in the Discord for me, because I was going to put it, but you guys... Owen, you're there. You can be my assistant today. All right. What's up? Emmanuel, my guy, Range Rover. What's up? Today was quite the day, everybody. So, Yusuf from Twitter. Mars, what's up? Hello, I'm happy you're here, bro. I'm sorry I couldn't stream last night. I had some really important presentations. Owen, I love that you guys are first to some people. That's lit. I had to stay up fixing those presentations, and I just... Can you guys tweet it? Yeah, put it in the Discord for me, because I was going to put it, but you guys... I'm trying to be here every night. Owen, you're there. You can be my... Chase, what's up? Today. How's everybody doing? We're going to wait till this comes in. A lot of news that happened today that we got to talk about. And the cool thing about late night stock talks, Max, what's up? You know Max is my favorite name of all time. That Emmanuel, like if I have a kid one day, Rover, is a boy, I might name him Max. Like, I love that name. Today was quite the day, everybody. What was I going to say? So... Yusuf from Twitter. Mars, I just said that it was a crazy day. The thing about late night stock talks. I'm sorry I couldn't stream last night. I had some really important. Neo to the moon. You know the crazy thing. My mom and my sister bought Neo at $60. I had to stay up fixing those. They were part of that train. Can you guys tweet it? Yeah, I think today was a take rally. We'll go down. You're asking if it's a dead cat bounce. What's up? It's possible. Very possible. It's a dead cat bounce. A lot of news that happened today that we got to talk about. And the cool thing about late night stock talks, Max, what's up? Who's to say Chinese government isn't outright starting to prop up their market on true Jesus boy, my name is best. I love that name. Today was quite the day. The audio's echoing. Why is the audio echoing? Hold on, give me a sec. Okay, how about now? Oh, wait a second. I think I know what it is. Okay, it's good now? It was good? Fixed? Fixed. Okay. Let me make sure it's fixed. That's so crazy. I heard it for a second as well. All right, should be good. Yeah, I think. Yeah, okay. So what happened, guys? I literally just I turned off one of the other desktop audios that was doing that. All right, so we're here. That was hellish. That was wild. I heard it for like a second. That was kind of wild. All right, so a lot of stuff happened today. I'm gonna wait till some more people come in to talk about the show that I hosted today. We'll talk about that. That was pretty dope. I got a haircut. I don't know if you guys noticed. Look at the video here. Let me show you the difference of what happens when I get a haircut. When I get a haircut, it's like literally I look like something different, bro. Like when I get a haircut, it's just different. But it only lasts for a couple of days. Like it's only there for a little bit. Okay, look, this is what I look like in the morning. Hold on. Here we go. Boom. There we go. We're gonna. This is the morning live stream, by the way. So if you see what I look like, you see my beard, bro. Like you see how it's all over the place. Like that's the problem when I get a haircut. Like when I don't get a haircut, it just grows so quickly. And then today, if you look at it, it's just way better. It's way lined up. The hair is a little bit more sleeker. Hair's kind of crazy. I gotta put some gel on it. That's why I wear a hat so much, because you see how crazy my hair is. Like if I didn't, it would just be wild. So. It's like the beard just, I think the beard being lined up, that's the most important thing. The problem is my haircut costs $25. So I don't have the ability to do it. Well, I've been doing it every week now. I'm spending $100 a month on my hair. That's $1,200 a year. You know why? because of you guys. Like, you guys are the reason. Otherwise, I used to not care. But I'm like, bro, if I'm on camera every day. And it was good I did this, bro, because I didn't know I was going to be on the show today with Tom. And I got the haircut like an hour before. And it was good I got the haircut because I ended up on the show with Tom. Juan, what's up? Do I line it up myself? No. If I lined up my hair myself, even though it's like, it's sleek, right? You guys see that? Like, it's legit. But if I did it myself, there's no way I could do it. I should learn how to do it. It would be way cheaper. But it hasn't happened. Okay, I need this thing to focus. The camera's got to focus. It's like so out of focus right now. I'm like playing this game with it to get it to focus. Okay, hopefully it focuses. Wow, that one. Wait, I'm gonna go super close. All right, and then back up slowly. Okay, that's what you got to do. You got to back up slowly. Got you. All right. Back in the day, I was in Grateful Dead tour. I had a long blonde hair and a ponytail. Bro, a ponytail. Ponytails are hot, bro. Ponytails. I was watching this Netflix show called Too Hot to Handle. This girl had a ponytail. Ponytails are legit. Like, ponytails are cute. No clue how you spit out 7 videos a day and cut your hair in the same today, bro. Today I only got out one. So like, today I only got out one video, and it was just a clip from the live stream, and I just didn't have time to make more because I had 2 meetings today. Very important meetings. In fact, do you guys want to know who my meetings were today? Go. Okay, only the 42 people in this room would care about who my meetings were with today. Literally, only you guys would care. Do you want to know who my meetings were with today? Okay. I had my haircuts are $35. Damn, that's a lot. That is a lot for a haircut. Michael, though, your profile picture looks kind of fresh, so I understand why. Anyway, the 2 haircuts are a luxury. They are a luxury. I'm not gonna lie, they are a luxury. But the 2 meetings I had today. One was with Alex from ticker symbol U. You guys probably know him. If you don't know him, let's go to him right now. Shout out to Alex. Everyone should subscribe to him. He doesn't need me doing this for him because he's way bigger than me, but there's my guy. He just released a new video, 5 tips for a bear market. Haven't seen this one yet. Watched a little bit of it, as you can see. But I had a meeting with him. And then I had a meeting with this guy. This man's Dave Lee on investing. I had a meeting with, like, it's just like I had a meeting with OG finance YouTubers today, 2 times in a row, each like almost an hour each for those meetings. Oh, and Dave Lee confirmed he's going to be on the channel, which is awesome. At the end of our meeting, I was like, he was about to leave. I was like, wait a second, Dave, can you be on my channel one day? And he was like, yeah, just send me the messages. He doesn't want to talk about Palantir though. Like, he really doesn't care that much about it. So I might get to ask him like one question, but he doesn't give a shit about Palantir, bro. Like, when you're all in on Tesla, like when you're that deep into it, bro, he doesn't give a shit about that. He doesn't give a shit. But it was fun talking to him today because we had a meeting about stuff. So those were 2 meetings today. So I literally had to go. So I work with a client, right, from 3 to 10. I had to cancel on that client from 3 to 6 because after these 2 meetings, I had Tom do this show, which I'm about to show you guys in a second. And then after that, I had work, so I had to go drive for an hour, and then from there I had to come home, and now I'm streaming. Thanks. Just for a simple fade, Colorado's getting pricey. Palantir came to town, and the price went up. Yo, Palantir is an inflationary effect, bro. That's wild. That is wild. Oh, I'm still on the main area. Wow, that must have been trippy. I forgot to click cam link. So you guys were watching me watch myself. That must have been trippy for the past like minute. Anyway, yeah. So that was kind of crazy. Amit is a Tesla bull. I'm not the craziest Tesla bull, but Dave is. Oh yeah, that was going back to my point. So when you're so into Tesla, like, he doesn't give a crap about Palantir. So he was just like, bro, I'll be on your channel, but I don't give a shit about Palantir. I don't want to talk about that. And I'm like, all right, bro, I got you. Like, whatever you want to talk about, let's do it. But he's not into Palantir. So let me show you guys this thing I did today. All right. 48 people. I need everyone, literally everyone, to go to this channel right now. Sense Invest. Look it up. And I need you guys to like this video, because I guest hosted today with Tom Nash on his new show, Money Talks. I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm not even saying this just to say this. I genuinely think this show has the potential to become one of the biggest finance talk shows on YouTube. I'm not saying because I filled in on it. I'm not saying it because I love Tom. Like, genuinely, the format, I got to talk to the producers today behind the scenes. Like, these guys are legit. Like, look at the, like, just editing on this. Like, it looks like a sports show. And this is what they're trying to do. This is the show they're trying to do, Undisputed. If you guys know anything about sports, this is probably one of the greatest sports debate shows of all time. And, like, you see this type of editing, like, you see how the graphics, all this stuff, these are two guys that talk sports in California, Los Angeles. Look at ours. It's almost, like, it's not bad. And I think this show has some really big potential because if you think about YouTube, there's not that many stock shows. So everyone go to Sense Advance. Give them a subscribe and give them a like. Definitely check it out. It was a great show. But there's not that many stock shows on YouTube that are taking two adversarial positions or contrary positions around a topic and then competing them against each other, right? And I'm going to show you guys the intro in a second because I think my intro was really good. And as a result of that, I think it has the potential to actually stand out on YouTube from all the other stuff. Because if you think about financial YouTube, there's a couple of elements to financial YouTube. There's like the Jeremys of the world, the Meet Kevins. So let's break it down, right? Let's break down financial YouTube. I think Meet Kevin is at the GOAT level. What does the GOAT level mean? That means instant news updates, personality with instant news updates, authenticity. You know, some people may question that or whatever. I think he's very authentic, at least like and transparent and stuff like that. So you got personality, authenticity, entertainment value, and then you've got just like work ethic, right? Like he's pumping out videos all the time, so you're never like lacking fresh content. I think that's like GOAT financial YouTube because of just the level of hustle you put out there. But that's like news YouTube. I would put Jeremy financial education in the same lane. Graham and Andre are more so infotainment, right? Info entertainment, where Graham, like, he does a different style. Hold on, I'm just loading up my phone real quick. Okay, he does a different style, right? So let's go to Graham's channel real quick. Let's go to Graham's channel. Graham, what's this guy's name? Oh, Graham Stephan. Graham does it kind of differently, right? So you see how his videos are, like, he does videos every couple of days. It's kind of relevant, but like how to retire in 10 years, starting with $0, right? So that was uploaded 9 days ago, 347,000 views. Pretty good view count, right? I didn't watch the whole thing, but that's his style. And then you go to someone like Meet Kevin, and look, this man uploaded 3 hours ago, literally 3 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 7 hours ago, 11 hours ago, 18 hours ago, 22 hours ago. So you talk about almost 10 videos in the past 2 days, whereas someone like Graham Stephan uploads like once every 3 days. One is not better than the other, but they're different ways of communicating information, right? And so I would put Graham and Andre in one category, which is more high quality infotainment. And then you got Meet Kevin and Jeremy. That's like, let's spit out a ton of information because we got a ton of things to talk about. There's no like show, like legitimate show where you've got high quality production, where you've got personality, where you've got content at the level of like actual knowledge around what's going on in the market, right? And like someone like Justin and Tom, they can really spit really good stuff about the market. Tom's got the big mix of energy. You know, and it's something that's compact, right? Something that's like 25 minutes, 30 minutes that you could just consume once and you got everything you needed for the day. There's nothing like that. And I think there's space on YouTube for that to exist. And if it could exist, there's a real big potential, I think, for that to be kind of cool. Do you watch Millennial Money? Yeah, I like Millennial Money. I want to compare something real quick. Let's go on Millennial Money's channel. I want to see if their view count dropped after Kevin left. So the last thing they did with Kevin a month ago, 120,000 views, 217,000. This is when Kevin sold out. They confronted Meet Kevin, and then they were 122, 99, 88, 75, 73. So they've been averaging around 70,000 since Kevin left. When they had Kevin, yeah, it's not even a question. They were averaging almost 100 every time, 140, 130, 129. So I think one of the not fatal mistakes, but I don't think they estimated Kevin leaving having a major drop in their views. Now, I don't know what's going on with them internally. I kind of don't know why they made this decision. I think the decision was made because they didn't like that he sold out, and like, not that they didn't like him as a person, but it would mess up the chemistry of the show to some extent, which I understand. It's like if you're working with a co-host and they do something really weird or like out of character you just don't really want them on the show anymore because it's not a real show in terms of the way you conceptualize the show. Sure, that's fine. To be honest, I thought it was really good drama. I think they should have kept milking it like every time with Kevin. I mean, like that to me, it's just like Kevin was the only guy people talked about over the past couple months. To me, like you keep milking that, but I think that was their perspective. So I think Meet Millennial Money is good, but the problem is they're not a daily show. They're a Tuesday like night stream. They don't cover that things that are going on in the market every day. And it's really long, right? It's like an hour. It's more like a podcast of people talking. And it's not structured. It's not to the point. Like the show we recorded today, there were a bunch of edits in between to get rid of all the dead space and stuff like that. So it was really compact and it was a show, right? It was a real show. So that's where I don't, and it was it's a daily show, right? That doesn't exist on YouTube. That's kind of my point. I think if that existed on YouTube, that would be legit. And I think that's the thing. So people are saying no, let me not say that. Anyway, let's go back to this thing, the money talks. I want to show you guys my intro and see what you guys think, okay? Because I thought my intro was legit. Now, let me show you an example of what the intro is supposed to look like, okay? This was the intro yesterday. This is how Justin sets it up, and this is what I took, like, motivation off of, okay?
Welcome back to Money Talks, where the markets smell like armpit, retail traders quit, and true investors show some grit. You're here with Tom Nash, international man of mystery, who just sniffed his armpit, by the way, and me, Justin O, hedge fund analyst and architect of Alpha. And to the viewer that called me a beta in the comments yesterday, the only asset I've ever seen with the highest correlation versus Mr. Market, yes, even more than Kathy Wood, is your mom's. Anyway, so today we're going to talk...
It just meant that you have a lot of risk. You're a risky guy.
Yes, that's I'm very highly correlated to the market. Today we're going to go over our hot take.
So, let me keep going.
We're going to talk about oil prices dropping below $100 a barrel and stocks rallying in response. So giving back a lot of the gains from, the Russia concerns. Oil, that is. And we're going to talk about Saudi Arabia considering accepting the yuan, a Chinese currency, RMB, for Chinese oil sales and not the US dollar, the petrodollar. And finally, we're going to wrap up and talk about AMC buying a...
Oh, sorry, the voice should have been louder. My bad.
Very relevant business to the theater business, gold mining. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, so that was their intro, right? So that's like, they do a little joke in the beginning, then they talk about all the stuff to talk about. Now, here's my intro, okay? You guys ready? Here's my intro. Everyone needs to go leave a comment on this video right now too, bro. Get this, like, put a comment, put a like. Don't even compliment me or anything. Just legitimately, like, just be like, yo, what's up or something. All right? You guys ready? This was my intro. Okay, here we go.
Welcome back to Money Talks, where if you listen to Tom over the past couple months, you would think Chinese stocks suck. But if you had Chinese stocks in your portfolio today and you woke up in the morning, you would be like, what the? I'm your host, Amit, filling in for Justin O, because as you know, nothing must stop the show. I'm here with Tom Nash, whose takes aren't that trash, but if you listened to him yesterday about China, you wouldn't have made a lot of cash. In today's show, we're going to talk about why Chinese stocks are soaring, what to make of the FOMC rate decisions, the Ukraine president asking for more U.S. aid, how A-Rod's new stock project is going to affect athletes, and much more. We'll be right back.
It was dope, bro. It was fun. Like, the cool thing about it today is that it was this, show business. Show business is so interesting because the entire nature of show business is that there is a business around a show. Okay? So what happens on Late Night Stock Talks, which is this show, is I break things down philosophically. And the philosophical nature of show business is that if there is a business around a show, then the show must be good. The show must get people's attention. The show is responsible for employing the janitors in the building, the producers, the videographers. Like, the talent controls the monetary future of the people in the business of the show. That's why it's show business. And so that means that in show business, it's cutthroat competitive because if you're not entertaining or relevant, then someone else will be entertaining or relevant, right? It's kind of like content. I guess any content creator is in the show business, but when you're actually producing a show, which is like we had a team in the background and they were working with audio and mics, like it was really cool. It was a fun experience. And I've tried to do many shows in my lifetime as well. I have a history in the past of doing content in different types of shows. So I know what it's like from a technical perspective of actually building it. But it's really cool when you can like find something that you're good at and mix with it, and then like see it actually evolve and put it out there in a meaningful way. So like I've done these types of things before, but it's interesting to do one today that I thought was a little bit more legit and like cool. So show business is making sure the show creates an opportunity for the business of the show. That's why it was really cool to do that today. Ren Silverstree, thank you for $4.99 in the super chat. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Time to sleep, Amit. I am going to be streaming for probably 30 more minutes. Can't sleep, but if you need to sleep, definitely hear you out. So, no, I did not replace Justin. What I am saying is that there may be a world in which there are more than just Justin and Tom on Money Talks. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying I'm putting that out there. There may be a world in which there's more to come in this saga of Money Talks. Even the name, I was talking today, that it's very philosophical, right? Money Talks, because everyone says that, well, it's like a quote, right? Like, numbers lie, women lie. No, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And the idea is like, well, money talks, like action. Money speaks louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. So I was like, the name itself is very cool. It like hits you in the face. I liked it. Amit with China clues. You can call him bearded Dr. Seuss. Amit gonna be hosting CNBC shows by the end of the year when Palantir hits. Yo, if first of all, guys. Okay, hold on. Very good comment, Brian. And the reason for that is because there is a really interesting project launching on Friday that I'm going to need everyone to check out. And it's going to be very fun. I'll be live streaming, explaining everything about it. But when it does drop and Palantir does get to $100 one day, I definitely think CNBC is going to call me on to talk about Palantir. They're going to be like, so, wow, you've been a Palantir bull for a very long time. What did you know about the company when other people didn't know about the company? And I'll be like, you know what? When you guys had that idiot from Citibank come on your airway, I don't mean to call him an idiot. I hate being mean, but when you had that person come on your airways talk about sell Palantir because they're buying revenue and they're coercing SPACs, I knew in my heart of hearts that was incorrect because there was a deeper knowledge to it. In fact, I have done a lot of due diligence over there. I'm just gonna go ham if I ever get that time on CNBC. But yeah, there's a cool project launching on Friday for the Palantir community. Some of you may know about it, some of you don't. It's going to be legit. Like, when I'm saying it's going to be legit, it's going to be legit. It's not just a YouTube video. It's there's going to be some dope stuff this Friday. Now, if it gets delayed from this Friday to Monday, that might happen, but I'm doing as much as I can to make sure it doesn't get delayed because I've been working on it for 2 weeks. But when it launches, it's going to be dope. Like, you guys are going to appreciate it. Someone said 3 tips to win a debate. I'll answer that in a little bit because I'm gonna go on a rant and I know that. So let me answer the other comments and I'll get back to there. It's morning here in Malaysia. 2 people I know live in Malaysia. My uncle lives in Malaysia, and Sachin, one of my good friends on the channel, he lives in Malaysia as well. Like how they brought Lil Wayne on Undisputed. Yeah, man, having like a third party definitely helps in some respects. Amit, are you in pot stocks? I'm not. I was in a cannabis stock in 2020. Sold out of it. I don't have that much faith. Like, if I had an extra $5,000, am I going to put it in cannabis or Palantir? You know, like, that's the question I keep. Or Google, right? Like, I'm looking at Google, like, goodness, Google. So it's just like, I just don't have faith in any other growth talks that are like highly speculative other than Palantir. And like weed at this moment, it's a bit speculative to me. You should do something with James from Invest Answers. Ever put out an invite? He's got a big following. Who's James from Invest Answers? I'll look this man up. Invest Answers. James from Invest Answers. This is James.
Not only is she incredibly, this guy is famous for shorting the 2007. Next guy, Peter Lynch, another legend. He's one of the most successful.
Wow, this guy did a big video. Yeah, this guy seems pretty cool. This guy seems cool. I mean, I would love to talk to him. Yeah, this guy seems cool. Let's go to his Twitter. I don't know if you guys... Anyway. Yeah, this guy seems dope. I'll definitely try to reach out to him. Seems dope. Okay. You did well standing in for Justin. I appreciate you. Do you think China News is a head fake? Well, Tom does. I mean, like... I don't know. I mean, this like let's look at Baba again. By the way, let's pull up Baba. Baba. We don't even need to pull up Weeble. Let's just put up Baba stock. Look at this. Wild. Look at this. 76, 104. Imagine just buying a ton of Baba last night. Imagine you were so like you didn't care about the FUD anymore. You're just like, this is just so undervalued, and you bought like I don't know, 30 grand of Baba last night. Let's do that. Let's do that math. Okay, you buy 30 grand at 76. Let's just do 30 grand at 78. Let's do it like that. 30,000 divided by 78. And the price is 104 today. That's 384 shares times $104. You would be up 40 grand. So you'd be up 10 grand like in a day. 10 grand on your money in a day. That's hard to do, bruh. 10 grand. Oh, I wasn't showing the main area. I'm sorry. Damn, I got to get better at that. I wasn't showing the main area. So that was the math right here. That was the math. So like that's wild, right? When you really think about it, that's absolutely wild. Upstart will outperform. Oh, and you got to stop, bro. You got to stop. Upstart will not outperform. I'm late to the party, so I'm not sure if this has been recovered. Can anyone else not buy the news about China being more transparent to encourage more investments? Yeah, I'm not buying the news, but Wall Street is. But the thing is, are institutions going to follow up with this, right? Like people have bought the news today on this, but are Wall Street going to follow with institutional dollars on this idea of China being more transparent? I mean, I don't know. That was why Tom in his opening take today, he was just like, you know, if someone cheated on you in a marriage, would you go back to them just because they said they're done cheating on you? It's like once you cheated on you, that trust is kind of hard to get. Like, so that's kind of what's happening with Chinese stocks in terms of this idea. The Baba concern was the slower growth in revenue recently. But the thing is, Baba does not deserve to be $76. Like, yes, slower growth in revenue. It's kind of like Facebook. It's like, all right, slower growth in users. It's like, but tank it 300 billion in market cap? Like, really? Like, come on now. Come on now. That's wild. All right, I'm going to take a sip of water for a second. Kevin O'Leary also in Palantir. Yup. Kevin, our boy, is in Palantir. I did a video on that a while back about Kevin being in Palantir. All right, let me show you. Do you guys want to hear Tom's take on Money Talks today about China? It was like a 4-minute take. I think we should watch it. It's just a 4-minute. Not even because I was on the show, just because like we're talking about China, so I think it's kind of relevant to talk actually about China. So let's play this for like 4 or 5 minutes. You guys can get a glimpse of the show as well, and then we'll move on.
Speaking of things that don't make sense, Chinese stocks are soaring today. Alibaba is up 34%. NIO is up around 24%. Let's start off with you, Tom, for your first opening take. What are your perspectives on Chinese stocks, and were you wrong about them this whole time?
No, obviously not. This is a head fake from the Chinese government. Look, I want to be serious about this. I don't want to make any jokes because we've done the hot takes and I had my joke time, jokey. Now I want to be serious. So the Chinese government essentially came out today and said something, okay? Let's break down what they said. Let's break it apart. What did they really say? They said 2 things. Number 1, we're going to behave. We're not going to fuck with the companies that are listed in the US to get them delisted. We promise. Okay. And number 2, basically, literally they said, we're going to be done our inquisition, persecution, basically purge very, very soon with tech companies. So this is literally what they said. Purge almost done, and we're going to behave. So I find this kind of obscene where nothing has really changed as far as the underlying things that make Chinese companies uninvestable, such as VIE structure. Basically, you're buying contractual rights in a Cayman Island company. Check. Is complete lack of rule of law. Check. No standards of accounting or any sort of audits by the US side of these companies. Complete trash numbers that nobody knows how legit they are. Look at Luckin Coffee and Evergrande. Check. Pretty much every single thing that was wrong with Chinese stocks yesterday is still wrong today. So the only thing that happened is that a bunch of eager people blew their load on the first piece of good news out there and basically ran up the stock. Will it make money for some people? I'm sure. But is this anything more than kind of a initial swing? Look, long term, I think the risk, the beta,
so that's his point, right? His argument is just like it's a head fake, and like either Tom's gonna be right about this or wrong about this. Like, it's binary. I would bet he's right more than he's wrong, but this was kind of like my counter opinion today.
The Chinese market is just too big. That's why I don't think institutional money is going to follow this swing. But hey, I've been wrong before, so who knows?
So I get your point there, and it makes sense, and I agree with most of it. I guess the one question that I'm struggling with is, what is the probability that major companies like Alibaba actually get delisted or actually go away? And it's hard for me to reconcile that the Chinese government, knowing that they have a mix between state-based capitalism and common prosperity, would allow a company like Alibaba to not be traded publicly in one of the world's biggest economies like the United States, and would not allow it to have access to that capital. It seems like the probability of all the concerns you talked about are high for small Chinese companies like the JDs of the world, or not JD, the DD Globals that got delisted, but not for the bigger companies of the world.
Okay, so
All right, this is when he came with some heat. His comeback was it was legit. I'm not gonna lie.
I have a rebuttal for you as far as small probability for small companies. Did you hear about the company called Ant Group?
I did hear about that company.
So Ant Group
We're gonna talk about Ant Group in a second.
was supposed to be the biggest IPO in history, $280 billion. The Ant IPO was canceled by the Chinese government for no reason other than we don't want a company that's going to compete with our own state-sponsored currency. That was because, they were basically doing peer-to-peer lending and stuff like that. So Ant IPO was not a small company that's got canceled. You want other examples? How about Didi, the Chinese Uber, that's literally got canceled by the Chinese government for no reason. No reason, because they canceled them for using a VIE structure, which is literally what every other company is using. So Didi got canceled. Ant IPO got canceled, 280 billion. Jack Ma got kidnapped, got replaced with Jack Pa, or God knows what the fuck this new guy is. Tennis player gone missing.
Bro, Tom has this he's good on I was about to say he's funny on the spot. That's the thing I like about him. And I think personally I'm funny on the spot as well, cuz this intro that I came up with I came up with it like 20 minutes before. So I think I'm decent at impromptu speaking, but he's good on the spot. I think I'm good with words metaphorically on the spot because I can put things together. Obviously, I did debate in the past. I have a big speaking background. But I don't think I'm as funny as him on the spot. And he's got that sense of humor that just drives a show. And that's why I think the show has real potential.
Came back. What the hell how much more do you need to basically say the risk is just too big? I mean, you're always one bad decision away of a communist bureaucrat from losing your entire investment. I mean,
but is there no value? All that is fair. Is there no value to a massive undervaluing of the company? Like when Baba goes from 300 to 70 and people make 30% of their money in one day, is that not a good risk to take? Or is your argument
for swing traders and day traders, it's a great stock because it's so low. There's bound to be a few bounces on good news. But as far as long-term investment, look, if you like Alibaba because you like e-commerce, because you like their business model, buy Amazon. Amazon is safer, better, and in 10 years it's going to be fucking.
But it's also 2 trillion.
So worth 2 trillion, whereas Baba is not worth that much.
Okay, but again, there's almost with Amazon versus Alibaba, no risk. It's a staples company. It's not going anywhere. So look, you're buying Alibaba with the hopes that nothing is going to get screwed up.
You know how they were asking for a stock split before Amazon gave a stock split? I should have said this joke today. I think the split was when Bezos split from his wife. That was the stock split that everyone wanted but didn't really get. I should have said that joke today. I should have framed a little bit better. I should have slid that joke in. That would have been a good joke just then when he said Amazon. That would have been a good joke. Damn.
If there's one thing we learned from 2020, 2021, 2022, that things can get screwed up. If I told you 2 years ago we're going to have a global pandemic followed by quasi-hyperinflation fears and a World War III on the brink of nuclear weapon with Russia trying to get back to USSR status, just 3 years ago, you would have put me in a mental institution. And yet, this is a reality. So I wouldn't discount risk.
Yeah, well, makes sense, especially in the context of risk. Leading up from the idea of...
So, that was his thesis, which I get. It was a good argument. But... it's just a question of where your risk tolerance is. I was thinking of buying Baba at 120, bro. When I saw Baba that low, I was like, what is going on? But then I also realized, like, damn, it's kind of hard to justify it. It's kind of hard to justify it. Hard. That's what she said. Okay. Anyway. So that's what would happen today, and it was obviously kind of wild with the market. Old jokes are funnier in hindsight. Yeah, CCP doesn't want to make it. Yeah, they just have power and authority over the people. That was that. So what's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Thursday. I have a couple of things to finish up tomorrow. Got a lot of different things to do. This week kind of flew by. Did this week fly by for anybody, or is that just me? This week, like, legitimately, like, flew by. Like, it's Friday in one day. Like, that's kind of crazy. It's Friday in one day. I don't know about Mr. Nash. I stopped following him. Got you. Never buy him it. This is financial advice. Okay, someone said a while back, let me answer this question now. What are 3 tips to win a debate? I can give a long version or a short version. I guess I'll give a short version, and then if you have any comments, I'll bounce off of those. The thing to understand about a debate is that you're presenting a community. Like, philosophically, I think that the only thing that matters in life is communication. I will say that right now. I think anyone who disagrees with that is false. Now, do other things matter in life? Like, in the grand scheme of things, yes. Family, health, engineering skills, technical talent, all that stuff. But if you can't get your ideas out into the world and get people to believe in them, you don't have the potential to do anything big. And, like, that's what we're talking about when we're talking about life, right? Like, can you, like, change the world? Changing the world requires your ideas to be used in a way that allows them to permeate throughout the world. And, this can be done in a bad way. We've seen this with, like, things like Nazi Germany. But they can be done in a good way, where you have an idea, like Steve Jobs, right? He gets this idea of, like, this compact device that could be in your phone, this big screen. Like, things change. So, having an idea that can actually spread into the world and create influence is only possible if you know how to defend that idea against opposition. And that's why I'm so big on debate and communication, because if you cannot defend your idea when someone says your idea is trash, then you don't have the potential to even penetrate a sliver of the world's population to care about your idea. And if the world doesn't care about your idea, you don't have an idea anymore. You have an idea that dies. And one of the worst things about humanity and the end of our lives is recognizing that we had ideas that we wanted to get into the world that inevitably died. So, I mean, instead of making 3 tips, maybe I'll do future videos on that, but, like, the main tip I have is knowing enough about the crux of your idea from a research perspective and from a passion perspective. Why you care about the idea is what is intrinsically necessary in order to defend that idea. So, like, if I say, Chinese stocks are awesome, and someone says, well, here's all these reasons why Chinese stocks suck. If I can counteract those reasons, I can defend my own argument, even if my argument is not the best. And I think knowing the other side's argument against your argument and knowing why you believe in your argument, it creates the perfect mix of energy, like sort of the personal passion for you to articulate your argument, but also the communication skills you need to articulate the intricacies of that argument actually to become an argument. The structure for an argument is actually very simple. There's 3 parts. There's a claim, a warrant, and an impact. So your claim is what you say. I like chocolate ice cream. Your warrant is how you know it's true. I like chocolate. I know it's true that I like chocolate ice cream because I eat chocolate ice cream all the time. And the impact, which is probably the most important part of your argument, is why it matters. Eating chocolate ice cream makes me happy. That's why it matters. If you can structure your argument through a claim, warrant, and an impact, then you have the ability to actually defend an argument against opposition. Have you seen The Best Business Show headed by Pomp? Yes, love Pomp. Seen his show many times. Very, very awesome show. What if you have bad ideas? Well, if you have bad ideas won't win. Like, good communication could make bad ideas win, but at the end of the day, better communication will show those bad ideas to not win. I think this is the nature of free speech, right? You could have bad ideas or good ideas. The question is the communication of those ideas in and of itself. But usually if you have bad ideas, you probably don't have the best communicative structure to articulate those ideas. Like, you have to be a good communicator at some extent to get your ideas out there, even if those ideas are super radical. And, like, the communication is the variable between those ideas actually, getting out into the world. Juan, thank you for the super chat. You don't have to do that, man. I appreciate you. Guys, first of all, let's go to Juan's channel right now. Juan, when I was first stepping up into YouTube, Juan put me on. Like, he like did some videos with me. Look at this. Discussing Palantir with a mate. You guys haven't seen these videos. Look at this from 2 months ago, bro. We were talking Palantir. Everyone go subscribe to Juan. Does awesome videos on trading analysis. If any of you guys want to learn even a little bit about trading, I would suggest subscribing to this guy because he knows what he's talking about. He's been doing it for almost a decade or something. Runs his own academy. And look at this. You guys want to see a little bit of this interview? We were talking a while back.
Value, and eventually people will come back for other topics. But you got to kind of just like.
I was talking about YouTube. Okay, let's go here.
Able to research well and all those things, and I'm sure you studied debate and the different strategies and tactics of debating. Do you feel that helps when you talk on your channel?
Yeah, I think it's.
I didn't even know it's good. I went to this part because I'm just talking about debate. I didn't even know that was this part, so let's just listen to it for like a minute.
Pretty much the foundation of how I communicate. Like, so for me in high school, I did debate. I did debate my freshman year, then I quit to become a basketball player.
That's not a cap. Like, I did debate my freshman year. I went to my coach and I said, "Coach, I'm quitting to join the NBA." And he looked at me like, "Bro, you're 5'7". I was like, "But I've got to do this. I think I could be the next LeBron." Like, that actually happened.
Only 5'7". I was like, all right, I'm not going to become LeBron James. So I quit basketball, went back to debate. And the reason I started debate was because my sister did debate.
So I quit basketball after a year. I was like, all right, this is not happening. I got to go do something else.
She's about 4 years older than me. And she ended up becoming one of the top 2 debaters in the country. And she got an invite to meet President Obama in the White House back in 2010.
Oh, wow.
So that was a big deal for, my immigrant parents. They're like, our daughter, firstborn child is meeting the president. So they pushed me to get into debate. And then I got into it, and there was this sort of natural fit of just like I love creating an argument around something, presenting it, and then the competitive part is beating someone at it. And by the end of my senior year, I started winning a lot of tournaments, started traveling across the world for debate, and I just developed this knack for communication. And so when I think of YouTube videos, I try to think of it as a challenge. I'm like, okay, Palantir just invested in this company. What's the risks towards it? What's the benefits? How can I analyze this? How can I present an argument at the end of the day that is meaningful enough for people to listen to? And I think, to be honest, if I can't do that successfully, my YouTube channel is not going to succeed because I don't like doing editing, as we were talking about off camera.
I hate editing, bro. That shit is annoying. I'm just like, I just want to talk and like get it up there. Like, I'm not trying to put all this crazy shit in the middle.
Don't like a bunch of shit.
Yo, I guess I'm in sync with myself, bro. I didn't know I was going to say the exact same shit I just said.
Screen. I am record, maybe do a little bit of cuts if I said something that's weird, and then send it out. So if I can't talk in an interesting way, people they're going to get too bored of just looking at some random person talk. So really the quality of what I'm saying has to be good enough.
That was my thesis on YouTube, right? And that's the thing about debate. It's like my videos are not super Mr. Beast, like cuts every 5 seconds. So like if I can't keep people watching with the quality of the communication style of my voice, then I'm not going to survive on YouTube. I'm not going to build a brand. Like, why would people be watching if I'm not able to get them to like care about what I'm talking about, right?
To get people to say it's kind of like a Meet Kevin type of style in terms of
I
want to talk about him for a second.
All right, we're not going to go into that, but yeah, that was Juan. So definitely subscribe to Juan, yo. Love Juan. Awesome guy. How hard it is to articulate your words to be understood. Owen, bro, why are you asking? Owen, didn't you win some competition for presentations? Don't you know something about communication? You should be good. You should be good on that. You should be good, my guy. Hopefully. Let's go on Twitter. Let's see what's on Twitter. Let's go through the tweets. Nelson, this guy's cool. He does a lot of crypto tweeting. Let's see what he says. Forbes names Coinbase #1 crypto exchange, but they don't mention Coinbase Pro at all. Coinbase Pro has much lower fees, but a slightly more complex UI. So these are the top crypto exchanges. Yo, eToro was popping in 2018. I got $200 for signing up. That's when I knew that fintech companies pay so much for customer acquisition because I got $200 for signing up. All you have to do is deposit $200. If you had $200, you would make $200. You would get 100% gain on your money just by signing up. But that's like fintech start. Like they make so much money off their users that they can afford to spend so much money on like advertising and customer cost acquisition for their users. So that's cool. What else does he say? For example, my most common buy is $100 Bitcoin, always DCA, 299 feet on Coinbase 3%, average 0.50 cents on Coinbase Pro. Use Coinbase Pro. Okay, thank you, Nelson, for telling us to use Coinbase Pro. Coinbase. Okay. I don't buy crypto, so I don't really care. I buy my stonks and let my exchange scam me on the ask bid spread. But guys, we gotta talk about this news. Facebook and NFTs, Instagram NFTs. Mark Zucks said NFTs are coming to Instagram. What do we think? Does that gonna happen? Someone says, I believe most good speakers are just natural. You either have it or you don't. Now, I've been coaching people for the past 6 years on public speaking. I agree with you that most speakers are natural if they have a natural tendency to want to speak and get their ideas out there. It's kind of like creativity. But I don't agree with you that you can't teach speaking, because I've teach speaking for 6 years. Like, that's my entire consulting firm. So, like, it is very possible to get people to become better communicators. I've coached kids to win entire national championships in debate. So, like, you can learn to become a better public speaker. It's the question of, do you want to use your voice to, like, do something monumental? That's where I think it is a little bit more natural. And natural shaped by experiences as a young child. Because I had a lot of experiences as a young child, thanks to my mom, that really got me to, like, care about the nature of creativity and getting my ideas out there. Like, I wanted to get my ideas out there because my mom is so creative, and I use speaking as my medium to do that. But I don't think it's like you're born with it or not. I do think you can learn this stuff. Now, like, a voice for singing, you're either born with it or you're not. Like, that is objective. I learned that the hard way. If you can't sing, you can't sing. Now, you can take singing lessons, but, like, if you don't got that voice, it's hard. So it's rough. Is it me or Amit's volume low? I think it's you, bro. My volume should be fine. Someone else said me if your volume's low. It shouldn't be low. Did you ever watch the show Shard Up on Netflix? Is that the Korean show? No, I saw a movie from India around startups, but I didn't see the Korean show. So here we go. Mark Zuckerberg confirmed NFTs are coming to Instagram. He did this at South by Southwest. We're working on bringing NFTs to Instagram in the near term, he said. He didn't exactly detail how it would take space. I'm not ready to kind of announce exactly what's happening, but over the next several months, the ability to bring some of your NFTs in and hopefully be able to mint things. Now, how does this make sense? Because someone explained this to me. NFTs, someone said I heard screenshots are free. Yo, let's not get into that debate, because NFTs are different than screenshots, okay? They are different. Like, there is smart contract value associated with the scarcity of that screenshot, and, you know, if you don't have the original screenshot, it's not valuable. Just like trading cards to me. Like, that's why I don't buy the whole right-click save thing, because, like, a trading card is stupid as well, but it has value. Just because it's physical and not digital doesn't mean it has more value than the NFT. But I do agree with you, a lot of NFTs are stupid. Like, but I do think there is a method by which people can conceptualize a product like an NFT, and I think it's not fair to just, like, say all of them are gonna go to waste, because the technology, it's not like it's idiotic. I think some of the projects are dumb, but, like, there is value in digital scarcity. However, NFTs are supposed to be decentralized, right? Instagram, last time I checked, is pretty centralized, and so is OpenSea, by the way. But that's a whole nother conversation for all the Web3 enthusiasts of the world. So if that's the case, like, why would you mint your NFT on an Instagram? Because minting is on a public blockchain, right? Like, that's the whole idea of it. So on Instagram, on Facebook, how are you supposed to mint an NFT? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. Like, so when he says bring it to Instagram, like, what do you mean? Like, Instagram people upload photos and videos. You can't upload an NFT. That's the whole point. It's supposed to be this decentralized smart contract, whatever nonsense. I'm not sure how that's going to work. Yo, why are people saying I'm low on volume? Am I still low on volume? Am I still low? Let me check my mic. I should be fine. Oh, you guys can see my mic right there. Yeah, my mic's all the way, so it has to be someone. It can't be me. Let me. Yeah, it's definitely not me. It has to be someone else. So that's the interesting thing, man. Can Instagram actually allow this type of decentralized thing to happen? I don't know if I don't know if NFTs could survive on Instagram, but it'll be interesting to see, right? I think it'll be interesting ultimately long term to see if that happens. I'm a pretend employee on Reddit. I'm a big fan, sir. Doom Shalat, what's up? Happy you're in the chat. In my opinion, NFT's biggest value prop is proof or fractionalization of ownership, especially for physical items. Yeah, like, if you can prove something digitally. I just don't know if you need a blockchain to do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone wants to put a blockchain. I was like, oh, it's the blockchain. I'm like, Like, I got a chain of blocks too. Like, it's not that. I don't know if it's that revolutionary. Let's do a hair check. Hair is wild today. That's okay. All right, this camera's gonna die because it's kind of hot, but it'll just switch when it dies. So don't worry when it dies. Anyway, what other stocks did you guys sign interest in today when you saw it going up? When you saw it when you saw what stocks saw go up? Oh, first of all, did we even talk about Palantir today? We didn't talk about Palantir. Let's look at Webull, cuz Palin baby was up 10%. Or 9.47, but you get what I'm saying? Like, Palantir to the moon. Look at this. Look at this beautiful green candle. 1047 to 1179. 10%, baby. Also, my biotech was up 15%. How much was my biotech was up basically 15%, yeah. So, my biotech made me... How much did my biotech made me today? My biotech made me $1,300 today. And Palantir made me $2,000 today. So it was a nice day. There's this meme when you're up, 20% on the day, but down 90% on the year. That was me today. I was like, it's lit. I'm up. I'm actually up on my stocks. Do you have any crypto? No, don't have any crypto. Did you see the speculation, the flow? Yeah, bro. There was a print, I think, for someone who sold a ton of shares at market close. So it's kind of wild. Can I eat anything I grow on my blockchain real estate? Probably not. It's going to be hard. Hi, Amit. Finally good day for Palantir, but still not closing for 11.94. Yeah, we got to break 12. I think we're going to need another catalyst. It's just, I don't know if it's going to happen naturally. It's going to be hard for it to happen naturally. It's going to be hard. Palantir and crypto. Oh, there was this good thing that came out yesterday on Palantir and crypto. You guys, we should definitely watch it. It's Elementis, this startup. They were talking about how they use Palantir for their crypto stuff. It's like let's watch this real quick. It's a really good video.
I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Max Gomka. He is CEO and co-founder at Elementis. Max, it's great to see you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Judy.
A quick note to our viewers, this interview is for informational purposes only.
Doug just said the flow program. Yes, I did see that. We'll talk about that in a second. Biden passed something. We'll talk about that right after this. That could be Palantir. We'll talk about that in a second.
The NYSE doesn't recommend any investments or investment strategies. All right, so Max, tell me, what is Elementis?
We are a crypto analytics firm. So we understand who's operating on the blockchain, and in particular, we focus on the types of actors that financial institutions want to avoid. So that would include, darknet markets, ransomware, Russian crime groups, human traffickers, and other bad actors that fit into that general category. And we use that information to help financial institutions wade into the crypto space and avoid those kind of risks.
Okay, so now tell me, how do you work with Palantir?
We license Foundry for builders. So we're part of their Foundry for Builders program. Foundry is really an amazingly versatile and powerful platform that lets you pull in.
Amazingly versatile and powerful. I know I'm just overanalyzing, but still, bruh, like, you know what I'm saying? Some good software.
Disparate data sets, slice them, dice them, look at them in a variety of different ways. And so it is an extremely versatile front end for analyzing data. Our expertise is very much on the back end, so understanding the data and being able to pull the information out. And we pair those two together, and it gives you a really powerful platform that lets you understand what's happening in the blockchain in a very wide variety of different ways.
All right, and how does Elementis help banks and other highly regulated financial service providers mitigate risk?
So getting into cryptocurrency involves a number of different compliance risks. That some of the actors I just mentioned that are operating on chain, and now with some of these latest Russian sanctions, that includes now a much larger universe of anybody who is operating out of Russia. That for financial institutions to get into this space, they face all these risks that are happening in the blockchain, and they very much want to avoid any kind of contact with any of these types of entities. So certainly any kind of entity that is subject to OFAC sanctions, but as I mentioned, some of these other bad actor categories, So when financial institutions are getting into the space, we help them to identify which addresses these are so they can avoid them and help protect them against these risks.
And what's your value add for financial companies looking to trade cryptocurrencies?
Well, so as I mentioned,
basically Foundry's working, bro. Basically Foundry's working. That's what he's saying. Foundry's working. Okay, let's look at this Biden Flow program. This is a really interesting one. So first, let's look at this thing, right? This thing right here is this new thing that they put out that's like something to improve their supply chain. So let's read this real quick and watch a video. In an effort to open up the nation's clogged supply chains, the Biden administration on March 15th announced a pilot program under which trucking companies, ports, retailers, and major ocean carriers would share data with one another to improve the overall flow of goods. Called Freight Logistics Optimization Workflows, or FLOW. And we know Palantir loves these acronyms, bro. We know that. The program will start with 18 companies, blah, 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 blah. I mean, you just have to put supply chains together, make sense of it, and then boom, it unleashes this, like, it's a data analytics platform for all these companies to integrate their data to be more efficient, effective, and streamline all the things they're trying to do. If Palantir is behind this, which, man, the terminology they're using sounds like it. They just patched the federal budget plan. There's billions of dollars for infrastructure. Like, this is an infrastructure thing that could happen. That would be big.
The White House announcing a new supply chain program this morning that is expected to help speed up delivery times and reduce consumer costs. That program is named FLOW. It's a partnership between the Biden administration and 18 companies, including Target, True Value, Land O'Lakes, Albertsons, FedEx, UPS, and more. Joining us right now with the details is Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg. And Mr. Secretary, how does this program work?
So what we've found early on, ever since we've been working this supply chain issue, is there are some real gaps in how data is shared. You might assume that the different players in our supply chain know where everything is and where it's moving, when it's going to get there. But because there are so many different players, it doesn't actually work that way. And what we're finding is there are gaps in knowledge between the truckers, the warehouses, the ultimate owners of the cargo, the shippers, even different parts of the port within the same port. So FLOW is a partnership with these private sector players that own...
Partnership with private sector players, bro. It sounds like PLTR, bro.
Or operate the bulk of our supply chains to make sure more of that data is shared. So that, for example, a trucker knows when a container is actually going to be ready, so they don't have to spend hours waiting at a port gate.
That's a data problem, baby. That's a data problem. This is why I put 41 grand into good old Palantir, because I think they could solve these problems, and it's a risk. It's a speculative risk, but I think they can solve these problems. I think this is where the world is going. Not selling ads on social media, like using technology and data to solve these types of problems. Like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, they're not doing this type of stuff at the level at which we think Palantir can do it. That's why I'm in Palantir.
For something that's not actually prepared for them to pick it up. Knowing when chassis are available to load these containers onto. Knowing when the last day is to return a container so that could actually make the cutoff date for a ship before it sails. This is information that has generally been tightly held by companies, but we're not talking about proprietary information. There's actually a lot of benefit to all of the players that share it. These private sector partners have stepped up. I'm going to be with them at the White House later on today, cementing this coalition and hopefully beginning to grow it, because we do think this will lead to smoother shipping, shorter times, and ultimately lower costs.
Is it a software program that all of these companies agree to put that data into? Is it something that a trucker can access using a mobile phone? Does he need a special computer piece to make it all work?
Yeah, it'll be a digital tool. You could think of it like a website. And
bruh, come on, a digital tool? What, .foundry.com? Like, come on. Also, all right, so you guys get the gist of this. Let's look at this on Twitter. From Ether Square, my guy. Look at this thing. I know you guys didn't see this thing come out. So this is his hypothesis. Palantir is officially helping... Oh, my camera. Hold on, guys. I'm going to turn my camera real quick. Boom. We're going to fix this problem right now. There we go. Okay. Hold on. I got to make the screen a little bigger. There we go. Okay. So, Palantir is officially helping with the Ukraine situation. I found this link. We're going to go to it in a second. as you see, it comes to a little Foundry user domain thing to log in. It didn't exist until a couple of weeks ago. I searched this and found out it's a Lithuanian government initiative to help Ukrainian refugees. So that's the name of the link. And if you go there, that right there, that link, Stip Ruskartaru, is assistance for war refugees from Ukraine. And when you click on this link, it goes to Foundry. Now, let's take away one letter out of that thing, right? Let's do Strip Ruskartaru without the U. And let's search. Incomplete. Now, let me put the U back there. Foundry. Now, let's Google this term. Again, this is some high-level DD late at night. And again, it's not me. It's Ether Square, which is one of my good friends on Twitter. You look it up and you click on it. Assistance for war refugees from Ukraine. That's kind of wild, bro. Assistance for war refugees from Ukraine. So this link right here, and obviously what's happening in Ukraine, so this is in Lithuania. Lithuania is accepting refugees. The crisis that's going on in Ukraine is absolutely horrible right now. Palantir said they were going to be the technology that like thrives and helps in bad times. Well, if you go to this link, .foundry.gov, you get a Foundry website. Like, I'm trying to find a hole in my philosophy. Again, let's take out one letter of the link. Site cannot be reached. That means you need the exact initiative, stripruscutaru.it, that thing right there, .foundry.com. Like, it worked. And again, like, let's say you want to be skeptical, right? Let me say Burger King, burgerking.foundry.gov. That, it doesn't make any sense, right? Or like, I don't know, Ukraine.foundry. Like, you can't just make up these links. I don't think it's a stretch when you click on a link and it goes to a legitimate domain name that logs you into palantirfoundrygov.com. Let's just go to foundrygov.com. Boom, sign into Foundry. So like if you use Foundry for government, oh, this is like cool background stuff too. If you're in the government and use Foundry for government, you have a domain name and a password and all that stuff. So like this link goes to a specific, like, tell me this is not legit, bro. This is wild. Doug, I know, he said, God, Ether Square, I love you. Doug, you're happy, right, Doug? Doug, I know you would appreciate that DD. I know you appreciate that DD, Doug. But that's wild, right? That's so lit. I think, now we just got to see if I think in the next quarters, we're going to see if it actually comes out to be true. Jason, this is fire. Yup. Dude, the government is using Palantir under the radio to do his work now. That's what I believe as well. So we're gonna see what goes down. I guarantee you Palantir is gaining so much practical knowledge and experience with the Ukraine situation. I agree, bro. I think Palantir is doing some big shit. I'm not gonna lie. I think Palantir is doing some big stuff. All right, for those who just joined, I'm about to sign off. Please subscribe and go like and leave a comment on this right here, Money Talks. I hosted this show today with Tom Nash. Amazing show, fun stuff. Hope you guys liked it. Please leave it a like and comment. It means the world to me. I appreciate it. Patreon in the description, $5 a month, $60 a year. If you like any of this content, it helps me actually produce this content and put out 3-4 videos a day. Fun Discord as well. If anything, think of it as an investment into due diligence for $60 a year. You get a bunch of people putting a bunch of information, gets you to know about more stuff. You can run ideas by other people. And I'm launching a project on Friday in 2 days, which I think is going to be really cool. And if you want to support that project, then the Patreon would help as well. So thank you guys so much. Appreciate you. Late night stock talks tomorrow. I can't promise we're going to be here because I got to get this project out by Friday. I don't think I'm going to be able to tomorrow night. But I will be live in the morning, 9:15. We'll see you. We're got to see, is this a dead cat bounce or do we bounce back? Is this a dead cat bounce or do we bounce back? I don't know, but we'll find out. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Thank you. See you then.